Welcome to Canines for America. It's going to be, we're back. It's going to be another exciting time of year as we're getting ready to kick off the 24-25 season with collegiate athletics. One of the things that we do here at Canines for America is we have a class that we teach in the NCAA Division I schools in regards to team dynamics through temperament diagnosis. So we have our first class is getting ready to kick off on August 9th. We will be doing our class in front of the Ohio State men's soccer team in regards to how to create that locker room, how to understand your locker room, how to understand your teammates, how to be able to work with your teammates, how to be able to identify each other, work with your coaching staff, how do the coaching staff work with their teammates. So really how do we understand each other, and how do we learn as each person, each organism is different in amongst their learning. Like we've said before in our other videos, chloric learns different than sanguine, than melancholic, etc. But how do we get that team to balance each other, to balance itself, right? So that they can be the highest performing out there on that field. Because when you get to that level in collegiate athletics, when you get to that certain level, that elite level, when we're working with our dogs in different programs, when you get to that elite level, how do you get that separation from your competition? How do we're always constantly looking for other little ways to make ourselves more competitive or to become in separation amongst our competition. And here at Canines for America, we firmly believe that we do that through understanding thyself. If each athlete can really truly understand themselves and truly embrace who they are, because like we said before, there's 50% of us that is just innate. That is who we are. We can't do anything about that. But now that other 50 we can shape. But if we can also understand that 50 and understand this is why I do what I do. This is why my teammate does what he or she does. If we can start to really understand that, we know how then to work and interact with that other teammate, that other individual. Therefore, the success of the team becomes enlightened, and the overall performance, can make or break whether or not you win a national championship or you just fall short in winning a national championship. So all these, the years prior, we've always had our team here at Canines for America. We just had a rock star, all-star team in Sierra and Siren, our two Belgian Malinois that have demonstrated this course that we like to teach in front of these young athletes. But unfortunately, we took a setback and we lost Sierra to cancer last year. So it affected the team. We lost one of our team members that really was, kind of a second to none, a generational talent. And it's been rough in trying to recover from that. But we always had our recruiting, our freshman class that, was coming up through the Malinois project. And we finally decided to make the call and say, you know what, this is going to be the year that we deploy the Malinois project, that we bring the Malinois project to be our lead in our 24-25 season in teaching this team dynamics through temperament diagnosis course to these young athletes. So kind of today, what you saw is us kind of saying, okay, here we go, let's throw these guys in the fire. When they were puppies, they got indoctrinated, and they got their those reflex arcs. We wrote that computer language in their brain. And so now what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull that, extract that from them in our gameplay, and so we can demonstrate each one's temperament. So in our routine that we're starting to teach these guys, today was day one. We have to do this class on August 9th. So we have about 9 days to get these guys worked up, these young ladies, I should say, worked up to a performance level to where we can bring them into the classroom environment amongst 40 different athletes and coaching staff and administrative staff, and get our point across, help these young athletes understand who they are and try to help them excel this year when they get into season play. So we just set up a basic 8 box scent game. Each box does have a different odor in it. We're running explosive dogs and we're running narcotic dogs because again our explosive dogs, our explosive dog athletes, right? We look at all of our canines, all of these girls and guys, they're athletes, just like the human athlete that we're going to see out in the field, in the classroom, whether you're a soccer player, a hockey player, a football player, basketball, lacrosse, etc. It doesn't change. They are a temperament. They are a sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, choleric, just like our canines are sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, and cholerics. And so what we want to be able to show these athletes is show when we bring out a sanguine, why that sanguine has the fundamental dispositions that they possess, right? And we've talked about that in some of our other videos. An athlete can really enhance the negative side of those fundamental dispositions, or they can enhance and embrace the bright side of those fundamental dispositions. So we really wanted to start working our dogs here and being able, because the beautiful thing about a canine is they don't mask anything. They show you who they are. And it's very easy for us as humans to be able to witness that, to be able to visually experience the pureness of the dog, where we get into humans, and humans become very complicated because humans are masking themselves. They're not truly letting you see who they are for a variety of different reasons. So for us to be able to bring in canines and run them through a simple game, a simple box game, and show how the performance of that dog works, whether it comes to communication, to be able to communicate with your teammates. As the dog and I are a team, are we able to navigate the room? Are we able to navigate the challenge that's in front of us through communication, through discipline, through performance? So we're trying to show all these things, which then lead into health and rehabilitation, from being able to get injured, which the athlete could get injured if they truly don't understand who they are. So that's what we're really trying to show today. And today was day 1 of practice. We have 9 practices, like I said, and we got to try to gear up. There were some good things, kind of what we saw today, with each dog getting about 4 minutes of performance. And there's some things that, as these freshmen recruits, they've never played in the game yet before. Sierra and Siren, high-level performers. They've performed in front of large crowds. They've performed in front of, law enforcement. They've performed in front of athletes. They performed their job extremely well. And so now we got these young bucks. Are these young bucks up to the challenge? What I saw today, I saw some good things, kind of like in any practice. I saw some things that, hey, we can work with that. We can progress, but also some things that, wow, we only have 9 days. Because this isn't something that we've truly been working with these young girls, as they have many applications for what they do here at Canines for America. So we're going to be getting back out. We're going to get them back out later today. We're kind of doing 2-a-days with these young ladies. But the next time you guys kind of see us, that we're going to show you, is going to be us out in the field, and we're going to hopefully, today is, I believe, today's Monday. No, actually, my producer's shaking his head. And that's what happens when you work with dogs. You pretty much forget what day of the week it is. I've been told it's Tuesday. That's helpful. So I think I was supposed to pick up my children this morning, but since I thought it was the wrong day, I guess I should check my phone. So I might have to get back to you guys on that one. like anything, when you get into a game, this is a controlled environment, right? I don't have 40 or 50 eyeballs, sets of eyeballs watching these girls perform. So I need to get these girls to be able to perform in front of a crowd, in front of an audience. So we're going to have to go out in the field. We're going to have to get into distractions. We're going to have to get into a lot of heavy stimuli because that's what it's going to be like when these girls go into game day on August 9th. It's going to be performance, game day. We are live, and we have to be, we have to be on our game. We have to be very pointed in what we do, very detailed oriented, so we can show these young athletes how we perform being a chloric canine, the challenges, the tribulations that face a chloric, etc. with the Sangui, melancholic and phlegmatic. So you're going to have to stay tuned as we're going to come back on Thursday. But, to be quite frank, compared to Siren and Sierra and the level where these young freshmen are at, we're going to need to see, significant improvement. I'm a bit nervous right now compared to how I used to teach this class with the level of canines, the team. We had some all-stars. Now we have freshmen. So I'm a bit nervous, but hey, come back. Stay tuned, check out our Thursday as we're going to go out in the field, and I'm going to try to find and create as much stimuli to throw these young freshmen off. But that's what's going to have to be. I'm going to be playing freshmen this year, where, a lot of times you have your seniors and juniors with a few freshmen to lead the way, but not this year. But it is what it is, and we'll figure it out because we understand, at the end of the day, how we all work and how we work as a team to create that balance. But right now where it stands, it's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that much. Guys, stay tuned, come back Thursday, see how we did.